Well, good morning, everybody. Here we are with another episode of Ghost Towns of Southern Illinois. And today we are doing Attila, Illinois, better known to locals as Poordo. So there's a lot to learn here, a lot going on. So stay tuned. And at the end, let me know what you think of our episode about Attila and how it got that name. Illinois and Poordo and how it got that nickname. Stay tuned. Attila, now just a cluster of houses in Section 4 of Crab Orchard Township, was for nearly 50 years an important post office and trading center. The old path south from Frank Jordan's Fort met the Galatia Marion State Road there, while the Worthen Trail ran along a ridge a short distance west. The name was inherited from the post office established July 29, 1854, in William N. Mitchell's farmhouse, a short distance southeast of the settlement that became Corinth. Postmaster Mitchell enjoyed reading ancient history and suggested for the office name that of the Scourge of God, king of the Huns who invaded the Roman Empire in the 5th century. When Postmaster Mitchell entered Civil War service as captain of Company E, 60th Illinois Infantry, Mrs. Mitchell handled the mail. The captain was wounded and moved his family to Marion when he returned to civilian life. The post office passed in the hands of Enos A. Phillips, January 24, 1866, the first of the moving days that ended with its establishment at the point now known as Attila. Captain Mitchell's nephews, George L. and Sion F. Mitchell, administered the post office at Attila for after Postmaster Phillips's term ended. When Richard P. Dodds married Frances O'Neill, they opened a store at Attila, buying and pricing or packing tobacco for the Shawneetown, New Orleans market. Mr. Dodds was a veteran of 3 years' service in Company C of the 31st Illinois Infantry, and he was named postmaster March 19, 1872. Poordo was the nickname the trading center of Attila carried after Richard P. Dodds opened his business of buying and pricing tobacco there. Some pessimistic neighbor felt Fanny and Dick had made a poor choice of business and location. With foreboding head shakes, he remarked, "It will be a poor do for them to try and do any business there to any amount." And the classic name given by the first postmaster was soon reduced to the vernacular in all but official usage. The little town became a thriving tobacco center where long wagon trains pulled by oxen and loaded with tobacco hogsheads weighing 1,500 pounds each started on their way to the Ohio River or the railroad at Marion. Tobacco cultivation began in the county about 1840, and 40 years later, 700,000 pounds were grown in 1 year. The wagoners camped by the roadside when their slow oxen finished a day's hauling. One of the dishes on their campfire menu was Poordo pudding, made by crumbling cold cornbread into hot water and milk. William T. Byrd took over the post office October 18, 1875, when the Dodds moved to Stone Fort, then west. The teacher at Attila that winter was James W. Turner, who organized Crab Orchard Academy 10 years later. Attila post office passed rapidly from hand to hand, often 2 postmasters in 1 year. Edward L. Wellborn was appointed February 28, 1894, and served until the office was closed April 30th, 1902. All right, guys, what did you think about this episode about Attila, Illinois, and it's better known as Poordo to locals, and its history? Did you find that interesting? I hope so. stay tuned for more in this series of ghost towns of Southern Illinois. And if you haven't done so before, like, subscribe to our channel, and make a comment. Let me know what you're thinking about what we're doing. So I'll catch you later on the next episode of Ghost Towns.